I have a message for all Americans. I want to talk to you, the doctor. I want to talk to you, the janitor. I want the stay-at-home mom to listen. I want the offshore workers to pay attention. I want anybody who cares about America, your children's future, or what's going on today, or your security, to pay attention. So I'm going to tell you something that you may not hear, but you can Google, you can research, and you can find out for yourself that what I'm telling you is the God-honest truth. For the last several years, hundreds of Americans who have been working in companies for years, doing great jobs, getting great evaluations, are being fired by the hundreds at one time. So if you work for a company that, like Toys R Us, for example, Toys R Us will go up to their employees, mostly in the tech field, but also in the accounting field. It's growing from field to field, but tech field is one of the main ones. They go to these Americans, they take them all in a room and they say, guess what, you're going to be fired. But before you're fired, we have hundreds of foreigners that we need you to train. Now, most of the Americans have been working for the company for decades. They've been getting great evaluations. They've been doing a fantastic job. They've not missed work. They're very qualified for what they do. They are forced to spend 90 days training a foreigner who's young, inexperienced, doesn't speak very clear English. So the Americans are told if they don't train these foreigners, they are going to be fired immediately with no severance. If they do train the foreigners, they will get a severance at the end. But then there's a sweet surprise at the end when they get their severance. They fulfilled their duty. They trained these foreigners to take their jobs right out from under them. But then at the end, when they get their severance, they're required to sign away their rights to sue or to speak. The Americans are in a position where they have kids, they have families, they have mortgages. They have to sign away their rights to speak and to bring claims. I'm here representing each and every one of those Americans, so I can tell you what's going on. There are certain companies like Cognizant, Tata, Infosys, Accenture, HCL, and all these foreigners come in under these applications that were received by an abuse of the immigration system and by a criminal act. And then the Americans are all fired. Hundreds of thousands of Americans are being fired, while hundreds of thousands of foreigners are being brought into the United States. There are criminal activities going on, and Americans are losing out, and Americans are being fired, and they are being victimized because not only do they lose their job, they lose their right to say anything. They lose their right to file a claim. So I'm here on behalf of all of those Americans telling you, look out for the next generation. Look out for America, because the jobs here are going away and they're being given to these foreigners. The next step after the foreigners take over these jobs, they go offshore. All of our work is being shipped offshore, and our data is being shipped offshore. They have medical data going overseas. Most of these companies do the same thing. So all of your medical data is overseas, most in India and other countries. Banks are doing it. Many, many banks. Your bank has probably contracted with some of these companies that have taken your jobs. The Americans were fired. The tech work is going to these foreigners, which is being shipped overseas. So your personal banking information is no longer in the United States. So if you care about the security of your data, your medical information, then you need to pay attention to what's actually going on. We are allowing it to happen because it benefits the big, greedy corporations. And so, America, I'm asking you to stand with me, to help me fight, and to bring education to everyone across the country so that we can stop this systematic abuse of the American workers, the American system, the immigration system, and so we can stand up for them, because I'm just one person standing up for all of these hundreds of thousands of Americans. I need you. I need you to help me. I'm just an attorney who's from Louisiana, a small town where I was the first person in my family to graduate college. I am a nobody. I'm just one person who knows, whose eyes are open to this problem. And I can't stand by and let it occur. I can't just walk away. I can't just allow Americans to be treated the way they're being treated. I love this country, and I know you do too. So stand with me. Go to protectusworkers.org. call my cell phone 941-961-3046. I will answer day or night because I will do anything to protect America and these American people.